Today, we are going to learn how to save text documents in different formats. However, first I'd like to show you how to force your computer to show you extensions or file endings of documents. I like to do that on my computer because it makes it harder for me to mistake one file format for another when I can see the extension ending on my screen. Knowing what format you have saved to helps make it easier to take your document from one computer to another. The different computers will know how to open the document if it knows what type of document it is. With Windows 10, simply open up a new folder window. Click on the button to expand the menu for the folder if you can't see it. Then click on the View tab in the upper left-hand side, and then click the checkbox to select File Name Extensions. If you're running Windows 7, you'll need to click on any folder, then click Organize. Next, click Folder and Let Go on the search options. Click on the View tab. Then you'll have to scroll down until you see Hide Extensions for known file types and uncheck this box. You'll probably want to select this option to do this for all folders. By showing file extensions, it's easier for the user to pay attention to the type of files you have. This is especially important when you are taking files from one computer to another. For instance, look at the files I have here. I have one document that is saved several different ways. I'm viewing these files in Tiles View, by the way. The first document I saved is a Microsoft Word document. Notice it has a .docx ending. It says that it is a Microsoft Word document. It shows that the file size is 12.6 kilobytes. You should also notice that the icon associated with the file. It shows a piece of paper with lines that represent text. Notice the blue W. It is a lighter medium blue. The letter looks like a regular text, and the corner square has a rounded edge. This is what the icon looks like for a Microsoft Word 2010 and newer document. Now we see this .doc document. It is saved as an older version, 97 to 2003 Word document. It is an older way of saving documents. Because it's older, it's not compressed as well as the newer document, so it's a much larger file. It's 42 kilobytes. Even though it has the same text as the first document, it takes up more space. Also, let's notice the icon associated with the document. It also has the paper with the lines for the text, but the blue W is different. It's a little bit darker shade, and it looks more italicized. It also has a blue square around the W. If you have an older version of Microsoft Word installed on your computer, this document would open with it because it is associated with the older document. If you have a newer version, the newer version is smart enough to open the older version in compatibility mode. Next, there is an RTF version. RTF stands for Rich Text Format. Rich text means that it has rich text. It could have bold, it could have italics, it could have color, but it would not have graphics because it is rich text. Notice that the program associated with this document on the computer is the older version of Microsoft Word. If you were at home and you didn't have Microsoft Word installed on your computer, the icon would probably be different. It might be the icon for Microsoft Works, or it might be another program that you have on your computer. Knowing what kind of file it is and knowing what program it's associated with can help you know more about your document. Also notice that the rich text format takes up 62.4 kilobytes, so it's much larger than the previous documents. The next document is a text file. It is plain text. The icon shows you that it is associated with Notepad. When we open it, you'll see that it doesn't have any bold, doesn't have any italics, and there are no pictures. There isn't even font or size. It is simply plain text. It's a much smaller file at 19.8 kilobytes. This format would be good if you don't have a word processor available to you at home, but you still want to be able to type your document. You can always bring it into school, open it again later on another computer, and make it look prettier so that you can turn it in. The last format I want you to see is the PDF or personal document format. Saving to a PDF file would be best if you wanted to send the document to someone else, but you didn't want them to be able to make changes. PDF files can be opened by almost every program on your computer. Notice the PDF on my computer is associated with Chrome because I've told my computer that I want to open PDF files with Chrome. You can also make these files open up with whatever application is good for you. Now let's learn how to save into these formats. In my Microsoft Word document I've created, notice that I've added some formatting to this document. I've added color, I've added font, I've added bold and italics, underline. Notice that in the title bar, this document has not been saved, so it says document with a number. The first time you save, you should go to File and then Save. Make sure you navigate to the correct location where you wish to save your document, otherwise you may not be able to find it later. Microsoft Word will suggest that you save it as the first word you type on your document. A lot of times that's your name, or maybe the first sentence. However, you should name it with something logical. It should be a name that makes sense to you. You don't want it to be named Untitled or your name, and then 6 months from now you'll have no idea what that document is. You'll have to open it, wait for Microsoft Word to open, and then you realize, oh, I don't need that anymore, so then you have to close the document again. It wastes your time. It doesn't matter if you want to call it stupid paper, but maybe you want to call it something like stupid September paper to be more specific so you remember what your document is later. I'll save this one as example.docx. Make sure you do not delete the .docx at the end of the file name. Remember, having that extension lets different computers understand what program it needs to use to open the file. Also notice that below the file name it says Save as Type. That's really important. This is where you choose the format that you want to save your file. For this one, we're going to keep it Microsoft Word. This is the newest version of Microsoft Word documents, and they end in .docx. It is possible that you have the newer version of Microsoft Word at school, but you don't have the newer version at home. So you need to understand how to save it in a format that your older version of Microsoft Word will understand. Therefore, we need to save it as a Microsoft Word 97 to 2003 document with a .doc ending. We do this by going to File, Save As, to save it as a different kind of document. You cannot change the format by just changing the ending. You must change the format. To do this, go to File, Save As. Microsoft Word will suggest the same name, and we're not going to change it. Instead, under the file name, we're going to choose .doc Microsoft Word 97 to 2003 document from the Save as Type pop-up menu. Be careful. You want to choose .doc. There are other options that are similar, and you might choose those by mistake, but you want the .doc. You may not have Microsoft Word at all on your computer. You might have Microsoft Works or another type of word processing program that came with your computer. To guarantee that you'll be able to open your document, you should save your document as rich text format with an RTF ending. Go to File, Save As, and again, don't change the file name, but change the file type. Choose Rich Text Format from the pop-up menu. Notice that the extension ending changes by itself. Finally, you may not have any word processor on your computer, but that's okay because all computers come with a text editor like Notepad or TextEdit. Those programs require you to save as plain text with a TXT ending. This time, File, Save As, and choose Plain Text from the Save as Type pop-up menu. Notice that the ending changes itself to TXT. Microsoft Word will now give you a warning that you'll lose all your formatting and pictures if you save in this format. We realize this, so I'll click OK. Sometimes you'll need to save your file as a PDF. Often your teacher may require you to upload in a PDF format, or maybe you want to send it to someone else in a PDF format. A PDF, or personal document format, is a very universal format that can be opened in all sorts of applications. To do this, you can go to File, Save As, and then choose PDF from the Save As Format pop-up menu. However, it's also possible for you to print to a PDF through a printing process. You can go to File, Print, then you would simply choose Microsoft Print to PDF from the Print menu. After you click on the Print button, you will be prompted to save your document. Make sure that you have a PDF ending and you pay attention to where you are saving this document so you can find it later. These are just a few of the ways that you can save documents in different formats. The important things to remember are: 1. You should change the format of the document, not just change the extension ending. And 2. Pay attention to where you save your document so you can find it later. Thanks for watching.